Hi everybody, and thank you for tuning into another episode of the Drama of Connect, where this week we will be showing you how to make 3-point tamales. Are these traditional tamales like your abuelita would make for you? No. And also these are ones that, though tasty and very Weight Watchers friendly, you probably shouldn't be telling any of your Latino friends or relatives that you are making them like this, like a full-on gringo, or you're in a lot of trouble. We are going to be using a special kind of flour that you could get at the grocery store that you probably don't have at the moment. Very inexpensive, like regular flour, like $2.50, $3 for a big 5-pound bag. It's called maseca. It's a very finely ground corn flour. You use this to make tortillas. I have to try to have the accent when I say Spanish words because I'm married to a Latina, and otherwise I get like a raised eyebrow if I say, oh, we're having quesadillas. So, you know, I have to say quesadillas and stuff. I live in Los Angeles, I have to. But maseca, finely ground corn flour, and this is what we will be using. So I cut out a bunch of the prep already because trying to stay underneath the 15-minute video length for Connect. So I already cooked the chicken. I'll go through that really quick. Pretty much took 2 decent-sized chicken breasts, sliced them thin, and seasoned them up. I seasoned them up. I'll put the seasoning in the comments section so that you can see what it is, like some cumin, paprika, a little bit of chili powder, stuff like that. Cooked it up with some diced green bell pepper and onion, and then to make shredding it really quick because parents, you're on the move. I threw it in the food processor, and in 5 seconds I had perfectly shredded chicken, which it's mostly used because I've been making them in advance, but shredded up chicken just like you would find in a filling for taquitos or anything like that. And I didn't have to sit here with my knife and just like chop stuff all over the place. And threw it in the food processor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Great for lazy people like me. So we have the chicken breast with green bell pepper, onion, spices. That's going to be the filling for these. And also I have a little dish with some green salsa. You could use red salsa if you'd like, or make your own tomatillo sauce. I'm going to put the recipe for my 0-point tomatillo sauce in the recipe also, in case you want to make it. It's delicious, 0 points, and you can use it for enchiladas, tacos, anything. And also, if you tell your Latino relatives, like I do, that I made tomatillo sauce, they're like, whoa man, not bad. And then you get to like pat yourself on the back because you get more street cred. But anyways, for these tamales, what we're going to be doing is taking 2 cups of the maseca, finely ground corn flour. It's different measurements, but the same principle as the 2-ingredient dough. We are going to make a dough ball with 2 cups of the maseca and 1.5 cups. Typically, the instructions call for 1.5 cups of water, or you put some lard in there, which is, you know, keep them moist. What we're going to do, instead of 1.5 cups of water, we're going to use 1.25 cup of chicken broth, and because we want to season it, we want it to taste good. I mean, we're going to have yogurt in this, so we want to add some seasoning, kind of mask it a little bit. You just barely taste something, but you're not sure what it is, and it doesn't taste like you're eating yogurt. It just tastes like it's seasoned. So I'm going to use 1.25 cups of chicken broth, and then I like to season the flour also with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. I know that's blasphemy for regular tamales, but I want them to taste good. You season stuff if you want it to taste good. And then for the final quarter cup, I'm going to add some plain fat-free yogurt, or you could use Greek. That will take the place of the moisture that you would get from traditionally the lard. And you know, that will soften it up. And we're also going to add a half teaspoon of baking powder just to help it fluff up a little bit more, because we have to dock up this recipe a little bit to keep it tasting good and fluffy and all that stuff. And so just like 2-ingredient dough, we are going to, I already made a bunch of them. This is pretty much the final product. We have our steamer again, just like when in the video, not the video, yeah, the video for the banh mi where we steam the 2-ingredient dough, we use this steamer insert and we fill it with our tinfoil wrapped tamales. So that's what you're gonna end up with. I did a big batch, so this is 4 cups worth. Let me put that back. Stay, don't fall off the counter. So here is our 1 cup dough. Same principles as the 2-ingredient dough. Section it into quarters, and each one of these quarters is going to be a tamale. So I'm just gonna do 2 of these, and then thanks to movie magic, we will cut to where the rest are done and in the pot, and then we'll go to the next step. So I'm just flattening this down a little bit. We don't want it too flat because one of the nice things about tamales is the thick masa, it's called. The maseca. Masa. Wonder where it gets the name from. So the nice thick wall of the masa, when it's all cooked and steamed, is the really nice textural component about tamales. So when we're flattening these out, we want to keep them about 1/4 inch thick. Any thinner than that, I've tried it, I really don't like it. I tried originally sectioning these down into the 8 different sections for 1 cup of flour, and it was too thin. It was pretty much just like a steamed taco. Didn't like it. So you want this to kind of be in a rectangular rather than a straight round shape. We'll take our filling, and you can see the finished thing is about the size of my palm almost. And take 2 tablespoons of our chicken, spices, onion, and green bell pepper mixture. I'll put a little bit more right in the middle. And then a spoon of our tomatillo sauce or green salsa, whatever you prefer. And now, totally non-traditional. You know, if you have Latino friends with you right now that are already gasping in horror, please turn them away because they won't like this part. We're pretty much making an egg roll here. So we're gonna fold up the bottom and then fold up the side, fold up the other side. Remember, this is a Weight Watchers tamale, not something you get at a restaurant. This is just because we want to eat and not go over all of our points and go into our daily, our weeklies, and be crying on Connect because we're at -47 because we had some tamales that are 13 points at a restaurant. We can have some nice tamale snacks at home. So here's another place where we really stray away from tradition. I could use corn husks right now, but I figure most people are not going to have access to that. But what's one thing everybody will have access to do? Tin foil. And there's more collective gasping right now, I know. My wife is Latina, so the first time I did this, she was like, "What are you doing?" But she ended up eating them all, so it's okay. So pretty much we have a nice square of tin foil. And we take our sweet little tamale that's just ready to take a nap in this little tinfoil blanket, place it up here towards the top, not in the middle, kind of up towards the top. You want the top of the tamale resting right up against the top edge, about 1 inch on the side, and then we will fold up the bottom of it, because there was so much space on the bottom, and fold this up. So see, it's taking a nice little nap. Fold up the sides, and then just roll it on up. And now you have a nice little tinfoil wrapped tamale, nice little pocket. Pretty simple. So we will take this and add it to our collection. There you go. You can all take naps now because I'm about to steam you to death. So these are in here. I will make the other 3 and then we will jump ahead in the video. Hola, otra vez mis amigos. Yo me llamo Daniel y en la mañana yo quiero tamales. No. All right. Hi everybody. Going for the festive thing. So pretty much right now we have our steamer pan. I know you can't take me seriously right now with this, can you? Full of tamales. I only have this many because I made a big batch of it of 4 cups versus just the regular. And so as you can see, it didn't take up all the space, so I stuffed some tin foil in there just to make sure that these stay upright. You could put mugs, whatever, in there. You're just trying to keep the filler so the tamales all stay upright. And there you go. So I am going to put these into a pot with a little bit of boiling water down on the bottom, a couple inches that will, once this is insert in, the water will be like right around here. So we have the water boiling. Insert the pan in, put the lid on, turn the heat down to medium, and I will put the timer on for 30 minutes. Now then, during that time, I will clean up the kitchen, grab my guitar, play a little mariachi music, and then we'll be ready to have some tamales when we come back. Hola otra vez, mis amigos. Just doing what I normally do in the kitchen, walk around with my sombrero, listen to mariachi music, and we are getting our tamales out. It's been 30 minutes. They are done steaming. That wasn't special effects. I can't afford CGI. That was actually real steam. So we are going to sit on them over here. We're going to take this out, set to the side, and I will pull one of the tamales out, bring it over here, unwrap it, scald my fingers on the burning tin foil, which I will sacrifice myself for you, Connect, because my wife has good medical coverage, so it's okay. So I'm going to grab one of these at random. Alright, and just because I don't want to be a total idiot, tinfoil. So they're all done, steamed, nice, ready, finished. We will unwrap this. Oh yeah. And there we have our tamale goodness. Because it's hot, I'm not going to grab it with my bare hands because I'm not a complete numbnut. So there is your tamale. It doesn't have the nice, doesn't look as nice as the ones in the corn husks, but tastes good. We can cut it open. Nice steam. Looks just like a tamale in the middle because it's a tamale. You made it at home on Weight Watchers. 3 points, and have some nice corn black bean salsa with it. Put a little tomatillo sauce, anything like that. Blast some mariachi. Yeah, I'm Caucasian, so that's pretty much all the rhythm I got, ladies. And enjoy. I will type up the recipe for you ASAP, which means don't get mad at me.